Yeah, that's what we got going on tonight, y'all. Got them oysters. Yeah. And we got some fries, you know what I mean? We got some oysters, some fries. I'm still trying to figure out how I can get my phone, to, get my phone right, That's what I really gotta do, figure out a way to get my phone right so I can get my plate right, man. But in due time, I'll be able to, get the right stuff that I need to be able to do the job that I need to do, There we go. Make us a, make us our own little prop thing, man, going on, So yeah, man, I got the oysters today. I got the oysters, fried oysters today. A little bit of hot sauce on there. I got some, and I got some fruit. I got these peaches right here. These peaches, I think these peaches kind of sweet. They kind of soft. I know they real. Got some mandarins. I know them ain't got no seeds in them really. But we're gonna check out this. We're gonna check these oysters out. I bought these fresh off the thing. I looked in there. Got me some of that ginger ale too, man. But yeah, I looked in there, man. I had some oysters that I had already bought, and I forgot I had them in. I bought two of them. I put the batter on there. I put them in the air fryer, and I put them in the air fryer, and they didn't come out. They didn't come out that good in the air fryer. I said, no, I ain't gonna do this no more. But I had a whole nother thing in there. I forgot all about it. I forgot I had two. So called myself. I just went and bought this. I just went and bought these just yesterday. So I went in there and I grabbed the old cup of oysters, and I said, oh, these the ones. I said, well, shit, they've been in there a couple of weeks, and they was on the door of the refrigerator. It ain't that cold. Shit don't get that cold on that door. I threw them in. I put the batter on, threw them in the skillet, rinsed them off. I didn't really like the way they was looking or the way they was kind of like. I was like, nah, there's something off with these. I threw them in the grease any damn way, and then the grease turned green. Then they got kind of flat. I said, nah, hell no. I took them straight out the grease, threw them straight in the garbage, threw the grease away. I put some fresh grease in the skillet. Then I cracked open a brand new fresh pack of oysters that I just got. I cut up some potatoes and I had to whip them up. Yeah, man. So we're gonna see what these do. I mean, they some big ones. Yeah, that's them real ones. No. Yeah, these good. And last night I did a video and I uploaded it. And I can't get the video to finish processing. I guess I gotta stay on the app, or I gotta stay on the big boy channel till it's fully processed, but it shouldn't take that long for a video to upload, A video about 20-something minutes. We ain't gonna be on this video too long. We're gonna cut this one a little short just to see, what's going on. Because it'll be a lot of stuff going on out there on the internet. Them people is out there and they trying to cause a lot of stuff, man. On this internet. Well, I ain't worried about them. Like I said, I get my cabbage 4, 5, 6 ways, man. I ain't never sweated the small stuff, you hear me? And that's real. But yeah, these oysters good, man. You know what I'm missing? I'm missing some of that, I'm missing some of that lemon juice. Mm-hmm. I should have some cut up lemons. Put them on. That's the only thing I'm missing. Yeah. I don't know if we're tripping on ketchup too much. But I'm down there missing some ketchup too. No, I don't care. So yeah, I'm thinking, man, now I was gonna cook something heavy. I said, no, I don't want nothing that heavy. You know? Nothing that heavy. I'm gonna cook something light, like this right here. You know, I should have some salad or some type of vegetables, right? But I got some fruit. Yeah. That's what you want. Mm-hmm. Okay. Get y'all some of these plums when y'all out there. Oh yeah. That was juicy too. Mm-hmm. They could be a little sweet. But this ain't. This ain't the sweetest that they could be. Yeah. That's what you want when you're out here. I'll get y'all some of that fruit. I'll get y'all some of that fruit in y'all. You're gonna feel better. So yeah, man, these oysters are cool. I don't fry them. I don't fry them that long. If you fry them long, they ain't gonna turn out right. See, around the edges is real thin. And that's the best part. And then it's got a piece on there, kind of tastes like lobster or something like that, stringy like us. If you don't cook it right, you eat the whole oyster. You can taste all of it, get everything. You order them from places, then people burn them oysters up, give them to you, they be hard as a rock. You might be able to get a little bit, you might be able to taste the flavor out of a little bit of it at the end to tip, you know what I'm saying? You bite into them like that, you're supposed to see that green. See that green up in them? That's what you're looking for when you got that oyster. You should be able to eat that whole oyster without throwing it away. You know, because it's too hard, you know. That's what you want. Like I said, I didn't really want that much too heavy. Last night, that was heavy last night. That was real heavy. But it's still considered a big boy plate. Now, me and Buddy was in there, and I fried 2 potatoes. I took 2 potatoes, cut them up. But I ended up giving him damn near a whole one and cut it up in French fries. He ate them. I put that garlic salt on them. So I had to cut up another potato, and I was eating them and he was eating them. So shit, we ate a couple of them. That's probably 1 potato right there, really. So I'm really kind of full, but I ate 1 oyster, just to sample it, you know. But I hooked it up, and I set it down. Then I went and got right. I had to go get in the shower you know, moving around doing some stuff. And then I said, man, let me go and do this video, man. But something told me not to even trip. You know? It's always gonna be, you know, that oyster right now. Now green. Because it's really a shellfish. And what it do is, I think what it do, it'll mount up on a rock. Yeah, it'll lock itself on a rock. It'll open up. I think it eat algae and seaweed or it eat plants. It eat green stuff in the ocean. That's what I think it do. But it's good though. That's one flavor. Can't duplicate that flavor. Well, that ginger ale ain't no joke. But yeah, you know how they be duplicating them. They be duplicating them, like chicken and steak with mushrooms and all that, the vegan thing, and then they make it, cut it up, and make it look like it. Then they say it tastes like it, and they, you know, they try to imitate this game. One thing about these oysters, you ain't gonna imitate these, cause you can't make this stuff up. Yeah, this is real. By being a shellfish, it'll be considered meat, you know. But you know, some people don't eat seafood. They don't want nothing out to see unless it got scales on it, and the Bible said. I'm so tired of listening to people. You know one thing I noticed? Rich people, well, some of them will say, you know, God is good and shit like that. But you don't hear no rich people talking about no God told them they couldn't eat and all this stuff. They don't base their life on that. And I know another thing about rich people. When people call them arrogant and bold and this and that, but they ain't arrogant, they ain't bold, they just real. They ain't got to play the game. You know, a broke person is playing by the rules because he thinking he finna get a gift from something. And take the blessing out their own hand, you know, and put it in somebody else's hand. And then depend on something else outside of them. I don't know one thing. I'm gonna eat all kind of food, man. Well, I'm gonna eat anything I want, really. Because I'm in nature. I'm like a lion in a jungle, you know. If he want to eat a deer, a gazelle, a wallaboo, a wildebeest, whatever he want to catch, and he want to snatch it, they want to snatch it up, they'll snatch it up. They'll snatch up some offspring and eat it. They don't care. It ain't no rules. And it ain't no bad. It ain't nothing bad there's nothing bad in nature. There's nothing bad on the menu. It's nothing bad for real. But they say we supposed to be different. As humans, we supposed to have, you know, a little bit more respect and, you know, stuff like that. We don't run around eating people and all that stuff. Well, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer and them, you know, that's the stuff he used to do that type of stuff. But yeah, we got all kind of stuff. We got fruit, vegetables, man. You know, we got fish. We got chickens and that's wrong to kill a chicken. Pluck his feathers and put him on the fire. And so that's wrong. And we got goddamn vegan. You got living plants. You got people. Have them in their house. Well, Mama used to wash her plants, her leaves on them plants. She'll wash them, wipe them off, get the dust off of them. And then she'll take some mayonnaise and put it on some paper towel or towel. And she'll rub that mayonnaise on them leaves. Shine them up. She be in there talking to them. Plants is living. They breathing. They go to sleep at night. The sun hit them. They roam up, you know. And they same thing outside. So, you know, a plant is a living thing. And then you got a vegan. I'll sit up there and say, I don't eat nothing but these plants. Well, shit, them plants living. And them plants, shit, people like them plants. What you touching them plants for? Why you pull them plants out the ground and pull them up and uproot them? And that living plant like that plant ain't bothering you. That plant got feelings and all that other type of shit. Boy, don't nobody care about nothing, boy. These people will do something to you, boy. You gonna, you gonna get up out of here the easy way or the hard way. You gonna get out of here one way or another. And don't nobody care about nothing. We just in this thing, man. We just in it, you know? But, I'm a little bit full now. Like I said, I started a little early, man. But I'm gonna get this show on the road. We're gonna wrap this up. Y'all come over there and check me out on Soul for Tarot tonight. And that's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be over separating the lie from the jive.